Hey guys, how's it going? You almost missed the video. So welcome to Sandbanks Provincial Park, a Caribbean-style beach right here in Eastern Ontario.
Sandbanks is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Belleville, near the town of Picton in Prince Edward County. We stayed for 3 nights to enjoy one of the nicest freshwater beaches in North America. We're going to tell you about the park information and features and how you can navigate this large multi-beach park. We will also dive into the history and vibrant tourism of Prince Edward County, and like always, we have some amazing plant-based camping meals coming your way, including a traditional Souvlaki dinner. We are also praying that the current fire ban is lifted too, but we will survive on the Coleman and our creativity if need be.
So come join us and enter Sandbanks.
Sandbanks Provincial Park is located about 3 hours from Toronto, and it is the most popular park in Ontario. We had to take the 401 across Toronto, so we made sure to get through the city early enough before rush hour started. The 407 is also an option for us, but an expensive one. We made a small stop in Trenton before taking the Bay Bridge in Belleville to cross over to Prince Edward County. Typically, Sandbanks won't let you in early, so we went for a small tour in the town of Picton before heading off into the historic and picturesque countryside of this wonderful place in Eastern Ontario. When navigating to Sandbanks, you can choose the West Gate to register if you're staying in Richardson's, Woodlands, or West Lake campgrounds, or choose the East Gate for the Cedars and Outlet campgrounds. Security is tight, almost like a US border crossing, so make sure your permits are visible at all times. This park experiences a lot of traffic and the wardens are always on the prowl. The Cedar and Outlet campground is located closer to the day use area, but is within reasonable walking distance to the main beach and all the amenities. Electrical sites are limited in these 2 campgrounds, and the Outlet River campground is where you can find some semi-beachfront sites and 2 group camping sections. There are also 3 comfort stations and multiple vault toilets within this campground as well. The Cedars campground is small and has 1 main comfort station and a few vault toilets. The Richardson, Woodlands, and West Lake campgrounds are located some distance away from the beach areas, but a very short drive. The West Lake campground is very open and isolated and more geared to suit large trailers and RVs. It's a new campground with large paved roads, a state-of-the-art comfort station, and you can find the Discovery Center here as well. But you have to go through the main gate to park, which is odd, and the Discovery Center is literally just a few displays at the gatehouse and not really worth the hassle. The Richardson campground looked more like a city park with scattered tents, does not have a comfort station, and has limited electrical sites. Woodlands is all electrical, has 2 comfort stations, and is suitable for trailers. Garbage and recycling are also available in many locations, and staff are always working hard at keeping things clean. The main beach area, which is the day use area, has 17 parking lots along the stretch and 2 comfort stations. There is also a park store where you can find most of your camping needs, but keep in mind, parking is an issue after 10 a.m. Get your stuff early, and don't forget about the cafe and grill where you can find a wide variety of food and drink. The woodyard and rentals are also located at the end of the Outlet Beach stretch, where you can also find a group picnic shelter and the amphitheater. If you do bring your pet, there is a designated pet beach at the mouth of the Outlet River. Pets are not allowed in the main swimming areas. You can also find laundry facilities at the Cedars, Woodland, and Outlet River campgrounds. Trailer sanitation is also available. There is 1 located in between the Cedars and Outlet River campgrounds, and 1 each at the Woodland and Westland Lake campgrounds. All the campgrounds have various vault toilets. I'm not sure if any are flush, but they are privy, meaning a men's and women's side, if that's any consolation. Canoe, kayak, and stand-up paddle boards are also available for rent at the woodyard. There are also some wheelchair accessible points, as well as some all-terrain wheelchairs to borrow with a $100 deposit. And there is 1, yes, only 1 submersible wheelchair you can borrow. And that is on a first come, first served basis, so good luck with that. There are 6 relatively short hiking trails to choose from, and you can get a handy little glossy card at the office showing you the overview. The Dunes Trail is the most popular and boasts a recycled plastic boardwalk and a view of the immense dunes. The other trails may be a bit more boring, but they definitely have less traffic and are more accessible. There are no cycling paths, just the park roads, but Prince Edward County is famous for bicycle touring, so do not hesitate to bring your bike. If you're into boating, there is a boat launch suitable for less than 18-foot boats. East and West Lake are popular fishing spots. Swimming is the big sell here, and that is what everybody is here for. During the day, you can expect a busy beach and a silent campground. And here is our list of pros and cons for Sandbanks, keeping in mind that this is only our opinion and your ideal camping experience may differ from ours. And if you could, please subscribe, like, and comment, and we thank you for that, and hope to serve you as a top source of Ontario parks and tourism. And be sure to stay with us. There's a lot of parks to check out in Ontario, and we're going to do them all. We entered the park around 1:15 p.m., and they let us go in a little early to get set up and finally experience Sandbanks as it is. After we got our pass, we proceeded to drive along the park road to look for our campsite and the Cedars campground, already noticing an influx of people at the beach area. So we decided to go ahead and maybe just set up our site before actually going to the beach and checking it out and getting that all finished, and maybe taking a stroll or a drive down to the beach after when the crowds thinned out a little bit. And the Cedars campground is looking like a pretty tight campground.
All right, guys, welcome back. So we did make it to Sandbanks Provincial Park, and we're just relaxing here right now. We are semi set up, and yeah, there's a bit of poison ivy around the site, so that's a concern, and still a fire ban. So yeah, things are looking good, but we're gonna pull through it, and we're gonna get our site set up and then get ready for another adventure. So stay tuned. Okay, now we're gonna have to be careful because there is poison ivy everywhere surrounding this site. And that's one thing you might find at Sandbanks is some good old-fashioned poison ivy. So let's try to avoid that. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it. We got everything set up, and you know, the first night things are a little hectic. I like to take it easy, so what we did is we pre-made a Greek pasta salad. Take a look at that. It looks pretty good, and the only thing we're going to do is cut up some cucumbers, which I didn't do previously because they get a little soggy, and I like fresh cucumbers. So we're going to cut up some cucumbers, add a little olives to it, and we also got this Greek dressing here for Maison Orphée. So we get this at Goodness Me. It's a grocery store, kind of a specialty grocery store. And the reason why they call it Goodness Me is because when you go in there, everything's so expensive. You're like, goodness me. So that's why it's called Goodness Me. But anyways, we're gonna add a little bit of this to it. It's really good. It's worth the money. And we're gonna have some Greek pasta salad. Oh, I almost forgot. We got to add some cherry tomatoes too. and they're homegrown, so that's even better. All right, so that is it. Greek pasta salad. Looks pretty good, eh? I bet you want to try some. And we actually use a feta cheese. It's from Green Goddess Fromagerie, located in Guelph, Ontario, and it's pretty good stuff, I can tell you. Very flavorful, and it really adds a nice kick to this. So we've had this several times, so I'm not going to go through the eating it and telling you how good it is, because I know it's good already. So we're going to fire this back, and we're going to head down to the beach and check out the sunset, because I think Sandbanks has a pretty good sunset going on. All right, good morning everybody, and welcome back to Sandbanks and our campsite. So we did take a little cruise last night, check out the park and a few beaches, the sunset. Pretty nice place, very busy though, a lot of kids, so be prepared for that. We're gonna start this morning off with a simple potato, egg, just egg, and a Beyond sausage breakfast. So stay tuned for that, it's gonna be pretty good. And then we're gonna check out the park and hopefully do a little swimming and tell you what the beach is like. So stay tuned, some fun stuff coming up at Sandbanks. All right, guys, so I decided to do breakfast in 2 different segments. So we're just going to eat a little bit of this potato hash right away, and then we're going to get into some wraps. All right, guys, so that was a little experiment there, kind of like a crunch wrap, but breakfast style with Beyond sausage links and just egg, and hopefully it tastes pretty good. I'm sure it will. We did forget cheese, or fake cheese. Yummy. But doesn't matter. It's going to be good anyway. So we'll probably just stick to one of these since we had potatoes earlier, and then we're going to see what's going on with the beach and Sandbanks. So stick around. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. I'm actually pretty impressed with myself. So easy breakfast camping treat, Beyond sausage, just egg, and kind of like a crunch wrap. So check it out. Do it next time. All right, so we're back from the beach, and we're gonna do some dinner now. So it's gonna be a falafel dinner. Classic, what is falafel anyways? Greek? No, classic Middle Eastern dinner. Anyway, so with that, I didn't like this park at first. I thought it was kind of a little bit run down. The sites were a little bit small. But going to the beach, my mind has changed a little bit. The beach is quite nice, and we did enjoy ourselves today. So that would be one aspect of this park I would say is pretty decent, is the beach. So do check that out if you get a chance. And it is an experience, and you got to do it at least once. So let's get on with dinner and get on with the night. No fire again, still under a fire ban, but we have a solution, so stay tuned for that. All right, so we're gonna get this started with just a little Greek salad, and it's nothing more than some romaine, red onion, tomato, and a little bit of Greek dressing. And that'll be part of the meal, so we're gonna start that first, and then we're gonna get into the rice and the falafel. And all right, so we also got a little bit of this stuff. It's falafel from Farm Boy. So it's a Farm Boy day. So shop the Farm Boy. I'm gonna cook them up. How many?
6. All the clumps. Yeah. That looks good.
So good. All right, good morning everybody. So we're into day 2 now, and we're gonna start it off with some blueberry oatmeal. And nothing overly fancy about this, just blueberries and oatmeal. We don't have cinnamon or anything like that. We should have brought it, but we didn't. So here we are. But today we plan on going out a little bit and checking out the surrounding area. Maybe back to the town of Picton, we don't know. We're gonna check out some gift shops and tourist traps and things like that. And we're probably gonna head back to the beach after that, go for a little swim, and then wrap it up for tomorrow. So, oh yeah, and don't forget about dinner tonight. Gonna have something really good, so stick around for that. So let's get it on with some oatmeal breakfast, and we're gonna get out of here and go for a little tour. And that is it. Blueberry oatmeal for breakfast. Can't beat that. See how it tastes. Not bad, even without the added sugar. So, simple oatmeal breakfast, easy camping meal. Try it out sometime. And it's good energy and protein as well.
It's day 2, and we wanted to go for a drive to absorb the county spirit. Prince Edward County, like most coastal areas near the US border, was of course indigenous at first, but the countryside was primarily settled by loyalists escaping the American Revolution. The county was created by none other than John Graves Simcoe. The land was developed into an agricultural hub, growing many crops including barley and fruit. Canning also took hold as a mainstay industry by the 1920s. You will also find nearby the 33 Canadian Brigade Group, a primary reserve infantry regiment of the Canadian Army. Locally known as the Hasty Peas, whose most famous member was a great Canadian author by the name of Farley Mowat, who may have been best known for his novel Never Cry Wolf, which was made into a feature film in the early 80s. Today, the county stands as a reminder of a forgotten time. The community of Picton serves as a historical and commerce hub, where you can find numerous grocery and restaurant outlets. Across the countryside, you can find various wineries, craft breweries, and antique shops, as well as many fruit and veggie stands. We stopped at this really neat place close to Sandbanks, and I can tell you, I've never seen so many artisan products, arts and crafts in one place, all set up in a barn with different sections of vendor displays. And if you're wondering about all the quilts on the barns, it's a trend that started in Ohio to commemorate the loss of loved ones. So the story goes. So take the time and check out the local scene in Prince Edward County.
All right guys, so the day is catching up on us pretty quick. We did a little tour of Picton and area, checked out some neat little shops, did a little shopping, and now it's time for lunch, and it's just soup, nothing special, soup and crackers. Pretty easy stuff, just heat it up and away you go. And this is like it's an Italian bean and vegetable soup, and it's by, guess what, Eat Wholesome Organic. And we get this from well.ca, get it delivered. It's pretty good stuff. It is a little expensive, but it is organic and it does say wholesome, so that's why you should choose it. All right, anyways, we're done with the soup, so excuse the noise. They're doing a little tree maintenance behind us, but looks pretty good. And soup is literally the easiest stuff you can make while camping. So if you really don't want to do anything, get soup. It's you literally just heat it up. So let's try this out with some Revita crackers. It's good stuff. And as usual, Eat Wholesome does it again. All right. See you at the beach. Oh, look at there. Just another drink dribbled on me. All right, guys, we're gonna get dinner started pretty soon, and what we got here is this stuff, and it's called Butler's soy curls, and it's actually what is this anyways? Soy. So actually this is soy protein, and it's gonna act like the chicken in our Souvlaki dinner, or Souvlaki pitas, whatever you want to call it. And this is actually pretty good stuff. You kind of marinate it, and we're gonna hydrate it, of course, and then cook it up in this, and it's called Sandbanks Dunes White. So pretty fitting wine for the situation. And if you don't know Butler's soy curls, they are mainly available in health food stores. You're not gonna find them in grocery stores, I don't believe. Maybe a Whole Foods or something like that. But they're about $9 a bag, and they actually act like chicken pretty decently. And sometimes it's even hard to tell. So yeah, we're gonna give this a go, and that'll be our last meal for this trip. And then we're gonna wine tonight down, and we'll be done with this. So, and I hope I don't finish off drinking this tonight, because we're probably only gonna use like a half cup of it. So we're gonna marinate this stuff first, and then dinner's on its way. All right, there you have it. Chicken souvlaki wraps. Looks pretty good. We're gonna dive into this and probably dive into bed in a couple hours. It's been a busy day and a busy weekend. So let's see how this tastes actually. Looks pretty good. Just like I remember from a real Greek restaurant. Chicken souvlaki. Check it out next time you're camping. All right, guys, that's going to be it for Sandbanks Provincial Park. It was a fun time. Not my type of park typically. It's a very busy park. It's always busy, and it always will be busy. The campsites are not the greatest. They're typically small, and it is kind of a scattered park. It's very confusing. There's a bit of residential land mixed in between. But the beach is the big sell here, and if you're a beach person, this is the place for you. So it's not really the place for me, but it may be the place for you. So if you like beaches, come check this place out, because it's probably one of the best beaches I've ever been on, and that really changed my attitude about this place. So I would recommend it at least once in your lifetime, but unfortunately I don't think we'll be coming back. Maybe we will, I don't know. At any rate, we will be checking out North Beach Provincial Park at some point, which is just a day use area. But that will be it for the video, and I'm not sure where we're going next time. Could be Bruce Peninsula, we don't know yet. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a surprise. And in the meantime, before we go, got a pretty easy breakfast. Just some nuts for cheese, cream cheese bagels, with a little bit of Rutham's blackcurrant jam on it. So good stuff. All right, energy for the road, and then we're packing up. See you soon.